Oh, Dennis. Oh, hey, sorry I didn't see you there. I was just escaping all of my responsibilities and watching a nice television box set. If you're anything like me, this might be a little bit too real, escaping our adult responsibilities and filling it with something else. So this week, I wanted to share some things that I do to get back on track and feel a bit more like an adult. Thing number one is personal finance, money, having a look at that for half an hour. I remember back before banking apps were popular and they did it all for you, you'd have to put together a huge spreadsheet of all your incoming and outgoing and categorise yourself to work out where things were going. But now the click of a button, logging onto your app, which I know I've avoided in the past, and I know a lot of people do, to find out where all that money is going at the end of the day. I think it's really important to have a look every once in a while to learn about what's going on. It's better to know than not know if you are spending a bit too much on something and you're running up a debt, or the money isn't going where it's supposed to be, like your savings or bills or something like that. So I'd recommend just sitting for half an hour to have a look at it, and in reality, learning something about it could stop you worrying. So the worry that you may not be able to afford something, you can work out where money is going and pull it away from that and push it to where you want it to go. Or everything could be fine, completely fine, and you're worrying for nothing. It's just knowing that everything is fine, having that knowledge of what's going on with your money. Thing number two that I don't love to do but do is cleaning. There's nothing better than coming home, going to my kitchen and it being completely spotless, my bedroom being spotless. I really feel like I've got myself together when everything around me is clean. There's a lot of benefits to cleaning and being in a clean environment. So although it might be a little bit difficult, but it's definitely worth it when you walk into your bedroom, you really feel like you've got yourself together. And of course you've done something, you've cleaned. The third thing is cooking ahead. Now, I'm a big fan of batch cooking or meal prep. I like to cook lunches for the week and bring them into work. You become the envy of your work friends because they've got to go out and get lunch, but it's all prepared all week. You only have to do it once and you don't have to think about it again, which is great. However, if you don't want to eat the same thing every single day, I do have another thing that I do like to do, especially on the dinner front, which is cook twice as much. So if you're cooking for 1, 2, if you're cooking for 2, 4, you can have that meal again another day. It doesn't have to be the day after, it can be the day after that, etc. But if you don't want to eat the same thing every day, there are options for you. And what's better than coming home after a hard day and just having food there already made without having to think about it or do it or spend the time to you can relax and it's done. Number 4 is the controversial one. It's getting up early at the weekend. I know a lot of my friends hate this, but I'm a big fan because it gives me time that I never had. It's free time to maybe do all these things that I'm listing here. Or I feel like I get a lot done and I still have the time I would have anyway for my weekends to do the things I want to. Because for a lot of us, that's the only free time we get to do the things that we really want to, where we're not working and we're not worn out by work during the week. So why would you waste time laying in when you could get up early, get everything you need to do done, or have more time to yourself to do the things you want to do? It makes me really feel like I've got my stuff together. And lastly, number 5, something I practice quite often, is doing the one thing that I'm putting off. I go back through to-do lists and lists for weeks of things I've got to do, and I look for the thing that's reoccurring, that's been in all of them I still haven't done for weeks or months. I just do that thing. It could be a change of address or opening a bank account, checking out a credit card, researching something, finishing an online course. It could be anything, and I know that you know what it is right now. An hour phone wait to do it. Just get it out of the way. It's done. You don't have to think about it ever again. Now, I can't promise these tips will get you the Adult of the Year award, but I hope, like me, it makes you feel like you've got yourself together a bit more. You feel a bit more like an adult. So thank you for watching this shorter and a little bit more light-hearted video this week as I work on bigger things to come. Thank you.